Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break and get some more water, do a toilet break and stuff like that. So in the meantime, I'm gonna be playing a like some music. I'm gonna go to pause and let this music play in the background. I'm gonna play one of those ads so we can get, so in case, you know, the usual things, if someone new comes in, they don't get hit by tons and tons of ads. So grab yourself some drinks, go to the toilet yourself, get some snacks, and I'll be back in about 90 seconds, I hope. We return with some excellent lemon-filled water, which is amazing when you're voice acting and singing and doing a lot of voice work in general. It's like oil, soothing oil. Delicious. Let's continue. And that's all Uncle Ray knows about the IS-7 incident. So, that's what happened to my father's lost tapes. The truth of the IS-7 incident. What happened in the trial? In the end, Von Karma defeated us. Uh-huh. So, you couldn't prove Mr. Mouse's innocence? Well, we have done plenty of evidence to prove it. But Von Karma was even more despicable than we thought. He was a prosecutor who would do anything for his guilty verdict. Give me a second. Just a bit. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot of work to voice act characters like this. But I think it's a good thing that I'm doing Ace Attorney like this now, because I'm training myself back up again. I mean, I was doing this like a year ago without any problems, and I've been struggling, but right now I'm doing quite fine. So this is good for me, especially since I have been singing a lot lately. So I'm super, like, my voice is out of shape, so it just becomes like that. It is training your voice to do things is like, it's a skill. It's something you do, and then you have to maintain it. So I wouldn't be surprised if I had trouble singing some of the songs I've sung in the past right now, because I'm so I haven't trained my voice in so long. That's right, and he really did use any means necessary. Because of this, the trial dragged on for about a year until it finally reached a conclusion. I'll never forget that fateful day when judgment was passed down, the 28th of December. It's April now, so it's been a little over 17 years. How time flies. The 27th of December, 17 years ago. I was watching from the gallery that day. Before the trial, your old man noticed that Mr. Master was acting strangely. He was at the breaking point, both mentally and physically. He wanted to be found guilty. No! Mr. Master didn't fake a confession, did he? Yeah, that's what Von Karma was aiming for from the start. When your old man tried to expose the fact that a body had never been found, Von Karma used the power of the police cronies to squash that argument. He even went as far as to prepare a fake autopsy report. Then, they made Mr. Master give a false testimony and confess to being an accomplice. With Mr. Master's confession, the situation quickly became dire. But your old man had a trump card up his sleeve. That trump card was that the trump card he was talking to Detective Bad about? Yeah, the trump card was to be our insurance in case Mr. Master confessed. He had asked Mr. Detective Bad to have Mr. Master's interrogation recorded. Detective Bad wanted to know the truth, huh? Too, huh? After he was withdrawn from the investigation, he never stopped caring about the case. Even when he was involved in other large cases, he really was a definition of a true detective. The defense presented the recording, which was proof that the confession was forced. Well, it seems the detective in charge of the initial investigation and interrogation, Rip Lacer, took all the blame and was charged and dismissed. So we might have a person here. Still, at the trial, your old man exposed Von Karma's corruption, and Von Karma received his first penalty from the then chief prosecutor. I love it, it's so good. The only penalty in his 40 years of prosecution. So seriously, like that wouldn't be a penalty. Like Gregory Edgeworth had Von Karma on forged evidence that Von Karma prepared and a forced confession like this. Wouldn't that be grounds for disbarment? Like from the bars, from, you know, booting him? Yeah, exactly. And here is Von Karma, still doing prosecution. And yeah, exactly. Unwittingly used forged evidence. And Von Karma just keeps on forging evidence to suit his needs, and oh, he's got a penalty. Oh, my perfect. Oh, God. However, Mr. Motto didn't want the trial to continue any longer, and the courtrooms closed at the trial that day with a verdict of guilty. My memory of that time is fuzzy, but I was also there, watching my father's final trial. And I think his final regrets became my own. Your old man wanted a retrial to prove Mr. Master's innocence, but he passed on before he could fulfill his wish. After getting entangled in another case. It breaks my heart even now that I didn't return home with him that day. And what's more, to blind myself from my own worthlessness. Uncle Ray put all his hatred on you as a traitor for being Von Karma's pupil. I'm sorry. Don't be. It is natural you would hate me. After I became a prosecutor, I was able to get Von Karma to show me the case file. Mr. Martin was found guilty for the murder of Isaac Dover. Nah, that's not right. Wasn't Mr. Mercer found guilty of being an accomplice? But this case file says guilty of murder. There shouldn't be anything unresolved in the cases handled by Von Karma himself. Wait, can I take a look at that file? Oh, gods. It looks like the charges have been rewritten. What? Look at this. The charge is accomplice to murder, created with the victim's what is found inside the desert by Nola, is an accomplice to murder. This is a copy of the original case file I received from the courts. Why would the charge be altered? This file was given to you by Von Karma, right? Maybe he just didn't want you to know the truth, since you're Gregory's son. He would have wanted to avoid another retrial before the statute of limitations ran out after all. So what I'd come to believe back then had all been a lie. If you didn't know about it, just make sure you know from now on. The statute of limitations is long expired, but the truth still sleeps right here. After your old man passed away, Uncle Ray took over as Mr. Masters' defense attorney. Although Von Karma also had another prosecutor take over the case, perhaps he thought that since his opponent was a rookie, he didn't even need to turn up. Oh yeah, like, as if Von Karma couldn't be any worse! Jesus Christ! And I feel so bad for Franziska in all of this. Like, the way she idolizes her father, like, at this, like before all this got revealed. And now she has to live with that, like, the reputation of her father as a crooked prosecutor. And she, like, her methods, she doesn't forge evidence, but she employs a lot of the same methods Von Karma did. Like her father did. Except for, you know, the forgery. And having to, like, claw herself out of her father's shadow. Gods! Franziska is amazing! I just can't say that enough. I just love Franziska. No! Is there nothing we can do even now? Since the killer was never found, he can't withdraw his confession. I found out at the trial that, well, Mr. Master made a deal with Von Karma because Von Karma had threatened him. If you don't confess, Catherine Hall will handle the same charges. That's terrible! I don't think Mr. Master would have thought that Kate was a killer bot. To protect her, he faked the confession. Oh, God. Miles, on the day that Knightley boy was killed, why do you think Uncle Bray was at the prison? I see. You went to see Mr. Master, didn't you? I said I'd visit him every day. I couldn't keep that promise, but I asked Katie Pie to look in on him when I couldn't. For rain or snow she went every single day without fail. But nothing has changed, and Mr. Master still serves his punishment. That's so sad! Isn't there anything we can do? Well, that is why I came here. Because I knew those ice sculptures would be on display here today. So, what are you going to do, Miles? It's so good. Let's do it. Okay, so Outsider was definitely right when, like, he said that the soundtrack of this game is amazing. I think actually this game has since taken over as my favorite, overall soundtrack of the game, which up until now has been Trials and Tribulations. But this is so good. Oh my god, it's so good! It's just balm on the ears, you know? I'm a prosecutor. My position is different from you and my father, Miles. But moving past my position, what I want as Miles Edgeworth is to know the truth of these two cases. It is for that reason that I am here. So I like Ray, but I also like Justine's theme. Justine's theme is so good. I may not like her as a person, but her theme is, oh my god, it's so good. Like, so one of my favorite themes is The Court Begins from Trials and Tribulation. And Justine's theme reminds me a lot about that. And it's just, you know... You really are your father's son. Well then, if that's what you decided, I support you all the way. I'll never leave the Iris 7 documents and the evidence with you then. Alright, here are the documents. By the way, the part in orange are Uncle Ray's old notes. Inevitable Ace Attorney Judge syndrome. Thank you. And now here's the Ace 7 evidence. Take a look. Make sure to look over it while you're investigating. Receives a lot of IS-7 evidence from Mr. Shields. Right. I'll check through it later. Anyway, there's so many strange things about this case. I guess we got all of it? Yeah, we did. Almost all of it. Indeed. Those involved in the case 18 years ago have reunited, and another case incident occurs. Oh, Jackass syndrome. Replicas of the statues from 18 years ago were displayed in the Winter Palace, and poison gas was released in the Autumn Palace, which has been disguised as the Winter Palace. The two chemicals in the Piscis case, mammalium and phthalate, were mixed, causing an outbreak of poison gas. The victim of the poison gas was Dane Gustavia, a person involved in the IS-7 incident. Because he was unconscious, he received treatment in the Zodiac Art Gallery Infirmary. Finally, the dead body found floating in a fountain. And once again, the ice sculptures have melted. There are deep connections between the two cases. It is possible that there are still some clues left from 18 years ago. Alright, let's get started! Objection! Just 1 second. Don't tell me you've forgotten about me. Didn't I tell you that I am the one in charge of this case? Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you intend to just continue disrupting Sebastian's investigation, the word guilty will be added to your PIC report. What does she mean, guilty? Please allow me to assist in your investigation as before. I appreciate your proposal, but I am afraid that I must overrule it. That was fast. Even though we're short on hands to identify the victim right now, it is only a matter of time until we figure it out. In that case, I shall take that load off your shoulders at once. Regarding the identity of the unidentified body, one person comes to mind. Really? Then tell us. Very well. It is not just the sculptures that have made a comeback from the incident 18 years ago. The body in the fountain is... It has to be Isaac Dover. Like, there's no other person, it's Isaac Dover. It is likely the identity of the body is the victim of the murder that occurred here 18 years ago. Isaac Dover. It's Icy's body! Hey, who's that? I never heard of him! Yeah, that's because you weren't even born then! Mr. Isaac Dover. A truly great sculptor. but he was better known as Pierre Roquet. The sculptures on display here at the museum are all his creations. Ah, so in other words, the sculptor was the best. Somehow I feel a strong kinship with him. And he was the victim of the IS-7 incident. Excuse me. She knew about the IS-7 incident. Prosecutor Edgeworth, the IS-7 incident occurred 18 years ago. And what's more, the police reported the removal of the body. That's what's there on the record. But I wonder if that really is the truth. What are you saying? The defense attorney in the IS-7 incident claimed the body was never found. Not that the prosecution would ever admit such a thing. Hello! Ah, really? Is something wrong, Sebastian? No, they said I didn't know who the victim is. It is just as the prosecutor said. It's over. No, it can't be. It would seem my father's suspicions were correct. What is it, Judge Court? Have you finally realized that I'm much more helpful than Mr. DeBest? Hey, you! Are you trying to steal the best position for yourself? I am doing no such thing. I just want to know the truth. And for that to happen, we need to cooperate, no? The truth is none of your concern.
Objection!
I don't think that's true, Courtney Pie. You again. Uncle Ray assisted the defense attorney involved in the IS-7 incident, and the one who claimed that Mr. Dover's body was never found. And the prosecution denied it at the time, but now the body has been discovered here. In other words, the IS-7 investigation was unjust, and is the duty of the PIC to investigate prosecutors? Then, won't you want to cooperate with those who are involved in the case? Unless you have an ulterior motive. Now that I think about it, Judge Courtney knew about the IS-7 incident. So it would seem she really is here because of the PIC. Even if you're related to the incident, I don't see how Prosecutor Edgeworth is. He's the son of the attorney in that case, and the prosecutor taught by Von Karma himself. And what's more, he was in the audience at the IS-7 trial. I'm sure there are many points he can enlighten us on. Very well. I will allow you to cooperate. However, your investigation must not hinder the other investigators. The Winter Palace is currently being investigated, but the Phantom Patio is open to you. And that's my court, right? Now we're talking. As a thanks, I will allow you to have a hug with Uncle Ray. Oh yeah, I do best this prosecutor, he is amazing. Overruled! If I feel cooperation isn't needed, I will ask you to leave. Understood. Now, isn't that great, Miles? Now we can start investigating. You really helped us there. Well, Uncle Ray did it all for himself. Alright, Uncle Ray's going to investigate too. Let me know if you figure out something for me out. Got it. Right then, okay, let's begin the investigation. Okay, let's do this! We still don't know where Mr. Dover's body and the Normalian was hidden. We don't have enough information to go on. You're right. Our first priority is that Normalian. Well, Normalian is used in washing detergents, paint and the like. If I recall, it's a red liquid with a minty aroma. Well then, let's get looking for that Normalian. Oh, no. Case 17, yes. Let's take a look around first. Hey. The smell of this color. Don't tell me this is a puddle of tea. Huh? There's a piece of pottery in the middle of the puddle. And what about broke? I think I recognize the design. I should probably show this to that man and see what he has to say. Miles, how's the investigation going? Well, little by little, I'm beginning to see the entire truth behind this case. No, what's good to hear? Uncle Ray has better not to fall behind either. Oh, I love this. It's so good. Ah, this is A. This evidence holds the so-called key to the case, right? It's possible. Oh, okay, so it's nothing. To this one. This case seems to have a lot of common with the case 18 years ago. I agree. The melted ice in the winter palace and the body of the victim from 18 years ago. I wonder why nobody ever noticed the body was missing after all this time. The only family Mr. Dover had was his younger son. His son and Mr. Gustavus' son attended the same elementary school. After the case, they both went missing. Really? Really? That is, suspicious. Hey, outsider! We were just talking about you earlier. I just love this game. Thus far this is turning out to be my favorite, despite the fact that we are seeing Karma, Larry Bucks, and Regina in this game. But this game has, thus far, if it keeps going with its soundtrack like this, it is going to topple my, we were talking about the music, specifically, well I just mentioned you in that sense. That this game is looking to topple as my favorite collection of soundtrack in one single Ace Attorney game, toppling over Trials and Tribulations. The soundtrack in this game is so good. I have redeemed Regina. I mean, I came into the case and just like, oh my, like having Regina PTSD from Turnabout Big Top, you know? Can you blame me? But it's more like, you previously said that the soundtrack in this game is amazing, right? If I recall correctly, this is the game that has your favorite soundtrack. And I was basically saying just, yeah, you're right, this is amazing. What? They haven't been found yet? I haven't heard any news about Mr. Gustavus sound being found. But as for Mr. Dover's sound, he was found and his inheritance was delivered to him. And because of that, Mr. Dover had never had a proper funeral. That way, they were able to make it look like the body has been in police custody. Chair? Okay. And the autopsy report had also been forged, so now only for the defense, but the defense ever found out. From Carl, you wouldn't go that far. Oh, this very humble god as well, you know? Let's see, so Now we have a picture of them.
Are you sure that picture isn't forged?
I mean, pretty sure. But considering we got it from Karma.
That's my point. It's like, it would make sense because if an imaginary son of Dovan never existed, then you can't handle the corpse and then you have the perfect excuse to keep the body somewhere.
Oh, this is so good. It appears the body has already been recovered. Why was the body of the victim from 18 years ago found floating in the fountain? I mean, wouldn't the body have gone goopy after 18 years? I don't know if I would call it goopy. It certainly would have required a special method to preserve the body, yeah, like a freezer. Yeah, I wonder if such a method exists. Hey, Mr. Forensics guy, any new information? Yes, normalium and fatalium have been detected in the fountain water. Iron has been flowing through the stream in the ocean palace to the fountain. Aside from the chemicals, we also found high levels of sugar. We're working hard to investigate on it. Sugar in the fountain water. What could have caused that? With this service card, Miss Hall has prepared her tea set. According to the pamphlet, the museum is also famous for its tea. Yes, it certainly had a flavorful, rich taste. It seems like this tea set was also made by Mr. Dover. Oh? The tea set was made by the victim. Let's take a closer look. So, this tea set was made by Isaac Dover. Fancy stuff, huh? Okay. I'd say this tea set is worth thousands of dollars. Please be careful with it. This tea set is such a treasure? Please don't look so excited. If I recall correctly, Miss Hall was a huge fan of Mr. Dover. Hey! Edgy! What is it? Be careful by the teapot! Why must I be warned by him of all people? Madame and Messieurs, would you care for some tea? Miss Hall. Katie! I'm fine, thanks. Kay and Edgy, you guys have some. Who was the wager that the person who smashed that teacup was Larry? Well, since you asked, we might as well take a short break. Certainement. Thanks for the tea. Wow, it's so tasty. What kind of tea is this, Miss Edgeworth? It's Ceylon tea, known for its citrus aroma. However, Miss Hall, is this the same tea you served us this morning? Yes, that is right. Was it not to your liking? No, it's not that. The tea had this morning had a slightly different aroma. Edgeworth is such a tea snob that he noticed that. How strange. It is the same Ceylon tea I served this morning. There shouldn't be anything different about it. Oh my god. It's like, it has a different taste, and immediately Larry like makes something, and everyone's gaze just shifts to Larry. It's like, something smells here. Quit nitpicking about the tea Katie so kindly prepared for you. Larry, what are you getting so upset about? I'm not upset. You're just being a rude jerk. I told you to call me Larry's. Sheesh, I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's like arguing with a child. Larry, I wonder what's wrong. I'd like to ask him that later myself. And I also need to speak with Miss Hall. I don't have any evidence that shows she's the culprit, but I dare say she is the one who set up the poison gas trap. There's a container with Ceylon tea leaves in it. To prevent exposure to sunlight and moisture, the container is airtight and made out of tin. This should help preserve the quality of the tea leaves. There's not a single stain on this pure white tablecloth. Take a hold of the edge and focus your mind. Then in one go, pull! Okay, I hope you're not planning to do anything bad. No. Don't worry. And if I fail, the tablecloth would be dyed a nice black a la tea. The tablecloth looks better white. Please refrain from changing it. I wonder about that. It might look better than another color. Like pink. Or blue. Or tea. The teapot is shaped like a moon, while the teacups are shaped like stars. We had Ceylon tea with his tea set just now, but for some reason I thought it smelled different from the one we had this morning. There must be some reason behind this strange feeling. Okay, so Larry is gone. Okay. Miss Hall, where have you been until now? I was showing the remaining guests out and handing out the complimentary gifts as an apology. Did you require my services? Yes. There are a few things I would like to ask you about. If my suspicions are correct, she's the one who set up the poison gas trap. Treasure gumshoe. How exactly did you prepare the melted sculptures from 18 years ago? My, you know about what happened 18 years ago. Yeah, it's a shame. I hope he comes back in like later installments. It's been 18 years ago I photographed Monsieur Dover's sculptures. Using the photos as a base, I managed to create replicas. The Zodiac sculptures has been unfinished work, so I wanted to complete it somehow. Because I am the one who accidentally melted Monsieur Dover's sculptures. And can you tell me why the Autumn Palace resembles the Winter Palace so much? Well, my apologies. Did they really look so alike? I think I may have gotten some decorations mixed up. She's obviously lying, but I haven't gathered any evidence to prove that yet. I don't know. Hola? What about the case? Okay. Why is Kate singing along with her? Do you get this, Kate? Yeah, absolutely. Worthy of praise. I am most grateful for the most humble holy saint who provided me with this game. It's so amazing being able to stream it. Like, being able to stream a Ace Attorney game I haven't played is a very novel thing. I absolutely adore it. Larry, tell me what you're hiding. You too! Stop glaring at each other like that! I'm not glaring, okay? I'm using my artist perspective! Edgy's the one who's glaring. Then, if you know what's good for you, you'll tell me what you're hiding right now. No way, dude! Didn't I say I'm not talking to you anymore? Aren't you talking to me right now? From now on, I'm definitely not talking to you anymore. I'm not gonna get anywhere like this. Looks like I'll have to force it out of him. Larry, what are you hiding? Hey, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. This isn't the time to be playing around, you know. I wasn't playing around. Still, it looks like Loris won't be talking anytime soon. If he isn't going to talk to us willingly, I'll just have to force him to talk. Larry, take a look at this. What's that? Larry, I got a feeling that what you're hiding is related to this, the tea, and this pottery shard. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, I can always hand this shard over to Judge Courtney. Wait! I'm trying to keep a clean image for Justy. I don't want her to see how I'm dirty myself. I can't imagine what part of you can be considered clean, but if you don't want her to declare you guilty, I suggest you speak truthfully now. I got it. I'll tell you. Larry, it's time to confess to what you have done. Oh, how can you be so cruel to your best friend? The same way you can be so dishonest to your best friend. Well, you can stop glaring at me. I promise to tell the truth for sure this time. How many times have you heard that line? I thought I'd just pour Justy some tea. But my hand kind of slipped a bit, and it broke. I accidentally broke that crazy expensive teapot. The butts strike again. Why am I not surprised? Oh boy, you running on it this time, Loris. What should I do, Edgy? I can't even hate me. Crying to me about it won't solve anything. First, you should apologize to Miss Hall. Hello, Ellie Nash. Be meaner. Is that so? My teapot was... Katie, I'm sorry. I don't have any money, but I'll draw as many portraits as you like. Please, kindly raise your hand, monsieur. It is I who should apologize. I didn't notice the broken shards. It is dangerous, so I'll tidy up the broken pieces. Allow me to take the piece from you as well. Wasn't this a tea set, one of Isaac Dover's works? I heard it was very important to you. Yes, but there is no use crying over spilled tea. Ah. Thank you for dropping by then. I hope you'll have a good time at work. Besides, I still have another of one of those teapots left. Is she not as attached to Dover's works as she used to be? Katie, you're so kind. Oh, that other teapot you were talking about. Is that the card? Yes. Yes? The truth is, when I was trying to hide the broken shards, I looked under that card, and I found the hit button that was exactly the same, so I switched them. Really? I have a terrible feeling. I have a very, 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 very terrible feeling. Yeah, everything's cool now. I took great care to make sure no one will break that pot. You, don't brag about that when you were the one who broke it in the first place. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mind. Thank you for your consideration. Angie, Katie's a really nice lady, isn't she? You should reflect on how you cause trouble for people like her. Okay. I want to make it as a big artist. I'll donate paintings. In fact, I'll even welcome you as my own personal model. I think it would be better if you just stopped causing trouble. I hope you haven't done anything else. I haven't. I just stood around sketching beauties. Sketching beauties? If you're interested, I can let you take a peek. I guess even Mr. Edgeworth is interested in beauties. It's not like that. I just thought it might be another one of his strange paintings. How dare you! I am confident in my work this time. Oh, I want to see it too. Oh, glad you were so honest about it, Kay. I'll get ready, so come check it out later. I guess I'll have to show it to me later. I just have all the bad mood feelings about what he's going to be doing. And whatever he's going to be sketching is going to be very important, you know, because it's Larry Butts we're talking about. I don't think you're wrong, Pix. I just think you're wrong. About that sketch you mentioned just now. What? If you want to see my art, you shouldn't be honest from the start. Look, here it is. What is this? I called it. Because behind the text with Edgeworth there is Miss Delicious doing something with a fountain. I already told you to sketch up beauties. Ah, just to be clear, the beauties only refer to Justin and Katie. That other plump lady has nothing to do with that. Then why did you draw her on the same page? Well, I was taking a break from my still life painting when the beauties caught my eye. I guess I just drew on the same page without thinking. So, you said that the pictures on this page were each drawn separately. Huh? Oh, yeah. I may have drawn them at different times. By the way, these are a drawing of... There's a drawing of beautiful little Miss K on the other page. Wow! Beauties, huh? Thanks! Larry, you drew this exactly as you saw it, correct? Well, yeah, I can't draw what I can't see. I recreated the scene perfectly, even the delicate shades. Delicate shades, huh? I don't want to admit it, but this picture might be of help in the investigation. The compliment sketch in the service card in that bottom patio. It seems there's a contradiction between the two. I'll let expose this contradiction using my powers of deduction. Can I borrow the sketch for a while? Sure! I can even sign it for you if you like. I think I'll pass. Oh my god. Larry, there's something I want to ask you about your sketch. Huh? You want to lecture on sketching from the famed Professor Lawrence, do you? No, I just want to ask you something. The tablecloth in your sketch, are you sure it was light blue? Yeah? My eyes never failed me. But the one on the service cut here is white, isn't it? Dude, you're always so busy with thinking with just your head that you miss the obvious. What's with that look on your face? When I drew that painting, I was using the card with a T-Z on it, remember? Because I was tidying up the broken pottery shards. That's not something to be proud of. Feebas has a 0.5% chance of spawning while fishing. Meanwhile, Feebas in Pokemon Go has a 95% chance of coming from the 10-kilometer eggs. I swear to God. I have so many fucking Feebases in Pokemon Go. I don't want them. I want dragons for my 10-kilometer eggs. And right then, Katie came out of the Winter Palace. I had to hurry and hide the broken teapot so she wouldn't notice it. Did you just say Miss Hall came out of the Winter Palace? That's right, but this time she was pushing another service cart. And the tablecloth was light blue, just like the one just like how I drew it. What did she do with that service cart? Beats me. She went into the summer palace with it, so I don't know. And when she came up, she was pushing the lift trolley. The lift trolley? When I called out to her, she was surprised that she just left it there. She's so cute when she's shy. A second service cart and a lift trolley. Maybe they're choosy sets along with 2 service carts. We'll have to verify with Miss Hall. Maybe the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled differently was because the pots had been switched. Ah, really? The taste of the tea itself did not actually change after all. Let's go ask Miss Hall about this in more detail. Miss Hall, was the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled differently because the teapots were switched? Yes, that is certainly possible. It had a fresh minty aroma, not unlike the Yuva tea. Like, I have been, like, I should, like, not make jokes about, like, getting some liquor to get through this, to cope with this. I really shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't.
But remember one of the characteristics of Normalium is a minty scent. As a matter of fact, being drunk on Twitch isn't punishable. It really isn't. But if you like act out too much, that is. So there's no rules against drinking on Twitch. But it falls under the be responsible. I looked it up. Because we were having wine one of the streams like some time ago at the sofa streams. Ah, I remember now. I was a so minty yesterday. Yeah, that is right. I mean, I typically never like. This is a joke. Yeah, that is true, Tenno. So it's more like, it's not in that sense a coping mechanism, really. It's more like, I would just like some whiskey right now, and because whiskey is tasty. That's really all there is. But, like, it is an excuse. So here's the thing. Like, I don't like being drunk. I don't. Because dumb shit tends to happen then. I mean, I just don't like being drunk. But I also like just the taste of whiskey. I love the taste of wine, and just so on. It's so good. No Mina, no drunk oxygen stream. Ah! I'm sorry!
There was no big sound.
Okay. Is that really all there is to it? Okay, so the problem is that... Give me a second. This cable is this long. And there's nothing else to it. A mint aroma was emanating from the pot Larry had replaced. So, so I think the way this goes is that the murderer from many years ago was his face. Gustavia. And she has now gathered everyone here, including Gustavia, to take revenge for getting him falsely convicted, to getting him Jeffrey Master convicted. So she is the one who did the poisoning here, as revenge for the one she thinks did the actual murder 18 years ago. A mint aroma was emanating from the pot Larry had replaced. Miss Hall said the aroma was left over from the mint tea she prepared yesterday. Indeed. She seems less surprised to find out that Laurie broke the teapot, and more surprised by the fact that the pots have been switched. That's right! Normally it would have been in the reverse. A broken teapot is more shocking. She was probably trying to hide this teapot. Hide the pot? One of the characteristics of Monomalium is a minty aroma. Where's the possibility that she was hiding Normalium inside of this? There's a possibility that she was hiding Normalium inside of this teapot. What? Inside the pot? It is only a possibility for now, but it's not. It is one worth investigating. Mr. the Best, I assume you haven't found the Normalium yet? Oh. I've had the entire art museum searched now, but I haven't found any reports yet. And what about you? Do you have any ideas? Only one. I knew it. But only me would be able to find it. Wait, what? Do you have any idea where it is? Indeed. Then tell me. It may have been in the teapot that Miss Hall used. Oh. This teapot is pretty nice. It would make the perfect present for the best prosecutor. It is not a present, it's an important piece of evidence, you doofus. Oh, it's just evidence. Then I guess I'll have forensics take a look at it. Monsieur Edgeworth, is there something wrong with the teapot I used? This teapot has a minty aroma to it. It is the same aroma as one of the chemicals used to create a poison gas. Monsieur Edgeworth, surely don't mean you suspect me of having set off the poison gas? I do. Setting off the poison gas trap in the Autumn Palace would have required some preparation. As the curator of this museum, you're the only one who could have prepared it in advance. I wonder about that. Preparations for the opening for the museum took about a week, and I received help from both outsiders and Madame Delicia. I think there are people besides me who are also suspicious. Of course, Delicia is also under scrutiny. Furthermore, I don't even know how to create something like poison gas. You found no magic in my teapot. There is no way I could have prepared the poison gas. Well then, I look forward to hearing the analysis results from the teapot. Her excuse is that she doesn't know how to prepare the poison gas. I must find a way to shatter that excuse. This is Edgeworth. It's Gumshoe, sir. Did something happen? Actually, right now all the investigators but me have left the Winter Palace, so I can find entirely what we've found. It's not good for detectives to really humiliate information about the investigation, but... Macaroni. His resourcefulness has saved me many times in the past few days. All the sculptures in the Winter Palace have melted. There's still some liquid left in the cases, but there's less in the Gemini case than the Taurus case. There's still liquid in the glass case. Yes, sir. We just investigated the light blue liquid a moment ago. We only detected sugar in the Taurus case, but for some reason in the Gemini case we detected 3 different substances. 3 different substances that consisted of sugar, salt, and blood. Hey, Farnwell! Just jumping in to say hi? What are you doing? And how are you doing? What are you doing and how are you doing? Blood. Blood and salt detected in the Gemini case. I think that's more because I was like speaking away from the microphone. But is it really that bad, or is it like just that? Like, is it just Farnwell, or... I have been playing with my microphone settings lately. What? That is weird. Okay, I'm going to do another thing. How do I do this? Give me 1 second. Let's turn off this one. And this one. Okay, I'm going to redirect. No, I can't do that. Damn. Okay, that is weird. I'll turn up my microphone just a smidge, and I'm gonna turn down the game audio a smidge. That is super weird. Exhausting week. Yeah, I can think so. Just relax, Farnwell. Yeah, it is also that, like, Gumshoe's track is generally really loud. Blood and salt were detected in the Gemini case. I wonder whose... Oh god. Okay, not that voice. I wonder whose blood it could have been. I'll have the forensic to look into it, sir. Right, I'll leave it to you, detective. That reminds me, the forensic investigating the fountain patio contacted me. You see, the sugar found in the fountain matches that was found in the light blue liquid. Oh. That sounds like quite valuable information. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to move my microphone closer to me. Or turn on the gain again. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna do some readjusting to the sound here. Because this one takes... Okay, I'm going to check some things just real quick. Which audio sources are being used here for game audio? Okay, directly the voice one there. Just this one directly. Okay, so I'm going to do a test here. I'm going to turn down the volume here. Turn up this one again, so I can hear that. And just like this. Because that should be different for you right now. Did you guys notice any change in the audio? Or is it the same as before? no changes. Oh yeah, there's no changes at all. Why? Okay, why is it? I'm gonna have to fix that later then. I'm gonna do it like this. I should really do a better way to keep track of my microphone and sound settings than this. So that I can be like sure that what I'm hearing here in my monitors is the same as going out. It is so bad that I don't like the sound levels in my headset isn't the same as the sound levels going out. So I need to check on that later. But I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. It's been a very good week. I've been a very productive person this week. And yeah, it's just, I've been well. Oh, that sounds like valuable information. Is that all the new information you have for me? Ah, now that you mention it, we found the rainbow light device in here too. The device that was used to disguise the Autumn Palace. It seems the device was used in the IS-7 incident is also connected to this one. I should listen to what Delicia has to say about that. I have to go back to investigating now, sir. When we get the results of the blood test, I'll let you know right away. Yes, thank you, detective. Yeah, it's such a big difference when I talk like this and like this. It's just, I should really like. I think it's the end of me, like us sharing microphone on Discord. Because it's so much better to have this microphone on the left side when I stream. She does not approve. What was Gummy was that Gummy calling? That sure was a long call. But thanks to him, we now have an important piece of information. In order to break Miss Hall's alibi, I'll need to talk to everyone involved with the IS-7 incident. Hello, Shamey. She's just displeased that I'm going to be moving my microphone from being between us to being on my left here. So my microphone is on this side, and I'm going to move it to this side because it's much better for me to stream and have the microphone up close when it's on this side. Because like my monitor is right here. The camera is sitting on the monitor I'm playing on, but the microphone is all the way over here. You all seen, you might have seen my setup on Discord. So yeah. Okay, let's start with Delicia. Delicia, would you be willing to aid the investigation? Oh yesy, of course. Anything from Miley and Kayfaye? I'll listen to whatever you have to say. I was wondering if you could stop calling me Miley. And stop calling me Kayfaye! Phew! That is also the question. I can't just change the name I've decided on. Even if I ask her, she won't listen to what I have to say at all. Do you know anything about the decorations that are used in the museum? Specifically, the fluorescent cloths and special device called the rainbow light device. Yes, see, of course I do. Because they are presents that I gave to Katie. As an apology for breaking the rules 18 years ago, I gave her 4 new rock salt lamps and 4 fluorescent cloths that I used in that contest. Wow, that's nice. Fluorescent cloths and rock salt lamps. Ah, seems like the only us girls can understand how wonderful they are. That sounds cruelly the same as delicious. I like them too, you know. Phew! That was back when Ray was still a cute little boy. Back when Mr. Shield was a cute little boy? I can't even imagine it. How are you doing, Shamey? Are they the same decorations you saw 18 years ago? Probably. The rock salt lamp, the cloth, and the rainbow light device. They all seem the same. I'm doing very well. I'm hoping to finish this case today, but I don't think I'll be able to. I think this will be a Monday stream. Oh my god, yeah, water. I mean, we've been live for 3 hours now, and we have 2 more parts after this. And I started earlier. So there's that. 4 fluorescent cloths were used in the Autumn Palace. Oh my god, Mina, why do you do this to me? Well, here we go. Let's put on our thinker hats. But I have the feeling I saw one more of the same cloth. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I have to take a quick toilet break. This is what happens when I stream games, when I have to just drink tons of water to get through it. So, back in a moment. I'm gonna be putting on one of those ads and see you all in a minute or two, I hope. So, take some time to get some water for yourselves and some snacks or whatever. Anything you like. You're back. And because I'm a terrible human being, Mina, that is why I leave that music on with you. Let's see. Let's show Delicia and have her confirm my suspicious. Fun for that then. Wasn't there a dirty rag in your bag that looks similar to this? Phew! I'm not going to give any information to someone who calls it a dirty rag. Then, would it be better if I call it a washcloth? Burning love for dinner. Remind me what that is again. Remind me what that is. Phew! Wrong again! This fluorescent cloth. Ah! Oopsie. That was supposed to be a secret. Please, tell me all you know about this fluorescent cloth. Please tell me the reason why you hid this cloth. Oh! I guess I have no choice. So the cat's out of the bag. I found this cloth floating in the fountain, and right after that I was called to the Autumn Palace. So that's the moment Larry captured his so-called sketch of beauties. Ah, yes. So we had kebab for dinner today, because today we have a celebration day, and I'm going to indulge on this if we finish early today, which is crispy corns. I love crispy corns. I've been trying to get through that for the last couple of months. Every time we have a celebration day. But there's a limit to how many I can eat at once. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, next celebration day, okonomiyaki. I want to make okonomiyaki. It's been a while. I wonder if I can make LCHF okonomiyaki. This bears investigation. At first, I thought one of the fluorescent cloths I'd give the kid had washed away. But didn't you only give 4 fluorescent cloths as a present to this museum? But there were 4 fluorescent cloths covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace, right? So that's when I realized that this was the cloth that went missing 18 years ago. The poison gas broke out because someone had stolen my Megatoxin X. Sent me a fluffy Ran. Have fun later. Huh. Ran is fluffy though. Like, she is immensely fluffy. I also found a wholesome manga about like a kitten who marries a human. It was just like started reading it. It was like so adorable. Anyway, so I thought that the fluorescent cloth had been used for a crime. I was so afraid that I'd be suspected, so I didn't say anything about it to anyone. I see. The Yakuza one? What do you mean, Pix? Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, the ways of the house husband. It's so good. I see. But I should have felt better after talking about it. Stress isn't good for your figure after all. 18 years ago, the cloth that was wrapped around the body went missing. Who would have thought it would turn out in the fountain along with the body? I'd like to ask you something since you're a pharmacist. Exactly how would one gain the knowledge acquired to set up the poison gas? Well, that's basic knowledge for any pharmacist acquainted with Negatoxin X. It says on the warning label, do not mix danger, do not mix with normalium. Oh, red velvet. I want it. So, I've actually never tried red velvet cake. I want to try it. I want to try red velvet cake, but I've never had one. Yeah, I know! I'm so bad at accents, Pix. I'm sorry! It's a mess of Scottish and Irish. Oh. Okay, so I need to talk more with one of my co-workers at work. Speak English with him because he's from Scotland. He's Scottish. It is so much fun to talk with him. I mean, he speaks Swedish, but it's still fun to speak English with him. I can't help it. I love Scottish, like the Scottish accent. Scottish. I did not miss it. I was there. It was great. Oh, it was fantastic to listen to. I just love how some people you just lost some people. It's like, whoa, anyway. Then, is there another way for someone who isn't a pharmacist to obtain that information? Well, it might be possible if they've seen the Angel's recipe. The recipe book that was the grand prize of the contest 18 years ago. So it also contains the recipe to prepare Megatoxin X. Well then! Does this mean that you've also seen the contents of the Angel's recipe? You see, that's a given, of course. The pharmaceutical company I work for is the Master Group. It's a company that makes Cold Killer X medicine. Cold Killer X. The cold medicine that promises to kill cold good. After Jeffy got declared guilty, the company took the recipe book back. However, only a small group of elite pharmacists have seen or been allowed to see it though. So, this woman is also part of that small group of elite pharmacists. Well, that is interesting. Let's talk to Uncle Ray. Okay. Cake pick in my server. I'm gonna look at the cake. It looks so good. I want it. I want it. I want that cake. It looks so tasty. Ooh. Ah. What sort of cake? Ah, that sounds nice. Oh, yes, everyone. I think we all should give Mina a very happy belated birthday together here. I think she dodged that on my Discord server. So I think we should give her a happy belated birthday. Yeah, you did! Now that is a travesty we have to remedy. We have to remedy that. Hold on, hold on. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, I guess you had your fill on the Asper Discord then. I will still go and say it on your Discord afterwards. Yeah, like with all the problems, like, I feel you on that. Uncut cake posted. Okay, let's see. Oh my, okay. I'm just going to show you all this absolutely glorious cake. Before we continue, I just have to, you know. Look at this. That looks magnificent. That looks absolutely magnificent. Ah, none. That was magnificent. Mr. Shields, can you tell me what kind of person Miss Hall is? Miles? Don't tell me. You're also interested in Katie? No. Well, joking aside, all I can say is that the Katie I know is truly an admirable woman. For 18 years, she's always remained here and waited she's always wanted to remain here and wait for Master's return. However, she was driven out of the mansion by the Master's relatives. What? She was driven out of the mansion? That is because Kate isn't related by blood to Mr. Master. With no family and her job taken from her, she could only live on with the song and dance that Mr. Master had taught her. Well, now she's retired as a world-famous actress now. Why did she retire? Because she had already saved up enough money to buy this mansion. It seems she even got back the recipe, the angel's recipe that had been taken by the Master Group. This mansion, where she had lived with Mr. Master, had been everything to her. She probably just wanted to take back everything that she lost. It seems that Mr. Shields sympathizes with Miss Hall. But you could also say that her actions have taken away everything Mr. Master had. Oof. The methods used to set off this poison gas is explained in the Angel's recipe, and the current owner of the Angel's recipe is Miss Hall. Aha! So that means, indeed, it means that it is possible she knew how to set off the poison gas. With this, we can expose her lies for what they are. Is it true that you keep 2 service cars on the premises? Oh, yes. Is there something wrong? Earlier, I was looking at one of the sketches from this so-called artist, and I noticed that he had drawn the cart's tablecloth light blue. Light blue? Are you sure you weren't mistaken, monsieur? I only ever use tablecloths that are pure white. It's true, the tablecloth here doesn't have a single spot on it. Yes. That is because I always change them immediately when they get dirty. Did Laura really get the color wrong then? What were you doing then when the sketch was drawn? At the time, I was just doing my job as usual. Then, can you tell me exactly what that work entails? What were you doing when you were drawing this sketch? From the looks of the drawing, it doesn't seem like you were transporting the tea set. This is when I was delivering chocolate to all the people in the investigation. Aww, how nice. Chocolate. I wish I could have gotten some too. There are still a few left, so please eat these then. I made them myself, though it is possible they may not suit your taste. Wow, thank you so very much. Thank you. Perhaps it is because she had them in her pocket, but it looks like they've melted a bit. Sweet goodness! Ah, I'm so happy to hear you say that. These chocolates are a little misshapen, but I'm glad to get some sugar in my system. Although they're a little too sweet for my taste. Call it Zoom in my... What? Okay. What kind of methods for medicine preparation are described in the Angel's recipe? It contains many ways of preparations, so I can't explain them all in such a short time. Although, if you really want to, I can tell you. It will take me about 2 hours though. I can tell you every one of them while matching the melody. Let's start my explanation. What should we do? Listen to all of it? No, that won't be necessary. That's nice. That was that today, Septile? Oh wait a minute, no. I'm so bad with birthdays. I can barely remember my own. Actually, I don't remember. I can barely remember I can barely remember my own families. I can barely remember Tenno's. Which says something. I mean, it's so bad. I know, I'm so bad at it. And I feel so bad about that, Mina, I do. An organizer isn't enough. Seriously, it's not enough with an organizer. Okay, I'm gonna talk to... Oh, this guy. I feel that your conduct this... That you conduct this thus far has been clearly out of line. I will make sure to blame it this matter of the PIC. Do whatever you want. In return, we're going to be doing whatever we want as well. If I remember correctly, you're the little Miss Great Thief. I will have to report your misconduct to the PIC as well, young lady. Sure! So it'll only serve to increase my fame as a great thief. It seems even Judge Courtney is unable to get a handle on Kay. Mr. Best, you're getting a bit in my way. If you stand there. Huh? I'm not going to move. Just do what you can over there. Don't say that. It's probably the best if you just stand over there. The best, you say? Okay, I'll go stand over there. So anything is fine as long as you add the best to it. We've recovered the victim's body. Forensics are currently performing autopsy. And what of the investigation of the fountain? The fountain is completely clear. You could cleanse both your heart and soul with it. A body was found floating in this fountain just a moment ago. Okay, so I guess I have to present something here. Unless... Did I? No, I don't have anything left there. Yeah, I'm kinda trying to figure out here. My, is this me? Yes, it's a sketch done by our pseudo artist over there. This sketch is really well done. Are you giving it to me as a commemoration gift? No, for the time being this is a valuable piece of evidence. I see. Too bad. To garner such a response from a museum curator, that man has an unexpected talent. These are chocolates choose your tastes. I should probably start the fountain again. They were so absolutely delicious. I'm so glad to hear that. They were, as Monsieur Master likes them. So they are sweet as any noble chocolate. They're a bit misshapen, but I think they are filled with love for a family. It appears the body has already been recovered by the police. Why was the body of the victim from 18 years ago floating around in the fountain? I mean, I already did this though. Yeah, I did this. It's sugar in the water. This lift trolley has just been left here. I wonder if it was used recently to carry something heavy. The surface of the platform appears to be wet. I remember seeing this lift trolley someplace before. You mean during the I-7 incident? No, that's right, I remember now. It was in Dover's room. If I remember correctly, it was used to transport the ice sculptures. The lift trolley has a feature that allows you to adjust the height and angle of the platform. With just one of these, a single person can move the sculptures all by themselves. Wow, how convenient! I want one too! Why is there a lift trolley here? I guess that's something we'll need to think about. Yes, it could be related to the case. There we go. Now, all is left is wait for the results of the teapot. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well then, I guess this is where we end for today. Because my voice is acting up, and we've been doing this for 3.5 hours. It is trying. I mean, I can stream more, but not this game. That's the thing. It's a bit much now. But I think it's gonna be stopping regardless. 2 parts left, but yeah, not tonight. Not tonight. Definitely not tonight. Where's my... Here, there's... Nope. Where is it? There is it. Gotta have the ears. So, it is almost 10 o'clock. Callie is streaming. Well, then we have someplace to go. What is she streaming? Spiritfarer. Ah, yes. Let's go for some chill Spiritfarer to wind down after this roller coaster of a case. That is everything in Ace Attorney, you know? So, thank you all for watching today. It has been very fun. And I would like to thank Posse for the resub. I also like to thank Laplace for the 2 gifted subs, and Plutonium Pie for the follow, as well as Septas for the host today. That is very much appreciated. We also have a couple of other auto hosts, and I would like to thank you all for those. Now, I hope you will all have a wonderful weekend. We're just going to be relaxing, cleaning our apartment a little bit. I was wanting to do something else, but I can't remember what it was. Nothing like... Yeah, I'm stuck. So, let's go raid Callie. And yeah, looks like we're ending this case on Monday, depending on how long the next case is. If the next case is longer, we'll just have to see. If we might actually finish this game in the next couple of weeks. I think we'll be finished by this game at least by the end of the month. And then we will go into Dual Destinies, which will be a thing. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. However, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful evening or afternoon, and a wonderful weekend. Take care.